Hello and welcome to 1 Minute Theatre Reviews. I'm Paul Seven Lewis, and today I'll be reviewing the film Everybody's Talking About Jamie, which unfortunately I don't think they will be, because this has rather slipped through the cinemas and straight on to Amazon Prime, where there's a lot of competition. But if you keep watching, I'll tell you why you should seek out Everybody's Talking About Jamie. First thing to say, this is a movie in its own right, not simply a film of the stage show. So, we have the story of a gay teenager verbally bullied at school, rejected by his homophobic father, but who finds liberation in dressing up in glamorous women's clothing. And we also have the fabulous songs by Dan Gillespie Sells from The Feeling and writer Tom McCrae. Although some of the songs from the stage show are missing. The central message is a familiar one. One of allowing people, young people, to be themselves and fulfill their potential. But the film, which is an impressive directorial debut from Jonathan Butterell, tells it confidently and seamlessly switches from the mundane classroom and other day-to-day situations to the glorious fantasies of the songs in which Jamie imagines the life he should lead. Well, that's the 1 minute review, but keep watching for more about Everybody's Talking About Jamie and find out why the film isn't quite as good as the original stage show, why the best scene in the film isn't in the stage show, and how well newcomer Max Harwood takes on the challenge of playing Jamie. Now, this is not the story of someone ashamed of being gay. Jamie is confidently gay, which is a sign of the progress that's been made in the last 50 years since same-sex relationships became legal. And he stands up to the homophobic class bully. Now, his secret desire is to be a drag queen, or more immediately, to wear a dress at the forthcoming prom. It's not entirely secret. His mother knows and supports him, and even buys him ruby-encrusted shoes, which must surely make us think of the Wizard of Oz and that old euphemism for gay men, namely friends of Dorothy. His father too is aware, but is ashamed of him, which has led Jamie to having a poor self-image. It's interesting that, for me, the most moving moment was a scene not in the stage show. Jamie's met Hugo Battersby, an older drag queen, played by the great Richard E. Grant, as battered by the past but still flamboyantly extrovert. And he becomes Jamie's mentor and shows Jamie a VHS video from the late 80s. And this wonderfully convincing, slightly blurry pastiche of a VHS video, complete with a new song, shows the protests against the Thatcher government's discrimination against gay people, and all of that in the midst of the horrors of the AIDS epidemic. And in a nice touch, the transfixed Jamie and Hugo, at first reflected on the TV screen, become part of the video. It powerfully reminds us, and Jamie, that there were many battles fought by lesbian and gay people and much bravery in being out, which put today's problems in perspective. Talk about standing on the shoulders of giants. Short as the scene is, the power of the song, This Was Me, which is mainly sung by Holly Johnson, and the sadness and defiance shown in the video, moved me more than anything else in the film. Max Harwood gives a stunning performance as Jamie, the self-deprecating, likeable youngster who gradually gains the confidence to express himself. And also making an impressive feature film debut is Lauren Patel, who plays his studious but vocal Muslim friend, Pretty. They're well supported by some great veteran actors. Sharon Horgan is magnificent as the teacher who squashes the ambitions of her working class students. And there are 2 alumni from Coronation Street. Sarah Lancashire plays Jamie's devoted mother with great warmth and sings the standout song of the musical, which is a kind of torch song, He's My Boy, with depth and passion. The excellent Shobna Gulati plays her comic but forceful friend Ray, and is, I think, the only member of the West End stage show to reprise a role in the film. And incidentally, she's playing Ray in the current UK tour. The story is predictable in its course and outcome. In fact, in many ways, it's a fairy tale. And that's not intended as a homophobic pun. What I mean is that everything works out just a little too well. which matters more when you're watching a film than it does in the original stage show, where you're carried along by your emotional response to the songs and performances and being in that moment, where perhaps the plausibility of the story doesn't matter so much. But this is a well-made and uplifting film, right up to the tear-in-the-eye ending. I give the film of Everybody's Talking About Jamie 4 stars. And if you can't see it in its widescreen glory at the cinema, you can catch it streaming on Amazon Prime. I hope you liked this review, and if you did, and would like to be the first to watch my future reviews, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.